another title appearance or finals appearance for Adamson. It's a very high scoring team talking about Adamson. 14 runs versus UST, 14 runs versus UE, 9 runs versus Adamson. Rather, 9 runs versus NU.
Cantor into the gap, and Maguad trots over to third base. It's a base hit for Cantor, and another runner in scoring position for Adamson.
Cantor once again showing us her consistency. 11 RBIs for Cantor, 23 hits, 16 runs scored, and a total of 2 home runs so far for Trisha Cantor,
who is from Batanes.
Batanes?
Believe it or not, yes. That's what Ana Santiago told me.
Ang mga may-ari ng Arellano U ay mga taga Batanes. Sila Ma'am Malulkay ko, Bubong Batanes.
Padasas. Cantor looking to steal second.
Padasas, season 80 best hitter.
Batting .394 this season with 8 RBIs.
13 hits so far delivered for Coach Ana. 12 games. Plus a lone match in the Final Four.
That one is hooked foul. Level the count.
Six of her starters leaving the nest. Back in the finals once again. Talking about Coach Ana Santiago. Played from 1995 to year 2000. Worked for a corporate position for a year before being summoned back by Coach Boy Codinero to help out Adamson softball program, and she has not left since.
Most the pass pitch there as Cantor has stolen second, and it's a walk.
It's a walk, right.
Padasas makes it to the first base, and bases are loaded.
With only 1 out against Adamson. O'Hare will be tested big time. Nakakatawa yung serye ng UST versus LaSalle. Throughout the season, UST beat LaSalle in the first round 7-0. LaSalle defeated UST in the second round 7-0 as well. And then in the Final Four, total of 22 runs scored para sa UST versus 6 runs for LaSalle. Game 1 of the semis, and 2 runs for Green Archers doon sa final match.
Remily Herrero on the plate with the bases loaded. And O'Hara sends that one right down the throat of the strike zone. That'll build their confidence.
Eight RBI so far this year for Remily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of 8 players from Adamson was played a total of 12 games. O lahat ng laban inilaro nila.
Herrero whiffs at that. Catches nothing but air, and Herrero's well behind the count now. Let's see how O'Hara plays this. She go for the outside of that strike zone. Inside, and she beans.
Wow.
Oh, she beans Herrero, and that will score Maguad. 2-0 Adamson.
O'Hara still continues to struggle. Laika Baisa was able to recover after being tagged for early hits by UST. And the stranded 3 runners on base. But right now, O'Hara still trying to solve the puzzle of Adamson's hitting order. This is the mighty offense that Adamson has been able to regain after struggling early on sa kanilang opensa.
And Maria Angelou Gabriel. Base is still loaded.
Gabriel is the 7th hitter already for Adamson. Gabriel plays center field for Soaring Falcons.
I'd like to apologize. She was not a beanball in baseball is an intentional hit on a player, so she was struck unintentionally there. So wrong use of baseball jargon.
Oh, pag beam sinadya.
Sinadya, yeah. Of course, we all know that.
Yun na nagdudulot ng away, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Pero yun, out of control pitch earlier coming from O'Hare that resulted into a walk, equivalent to another run. 1 out, 0-2 count. 2-0 lead for Adamson here sa bottom of the first.
Outside. And I guess if you're a pitcher and you're ahead on the count like that, you would throw outside. Try and get the batter to swing.
Thought process ng mga pitchers natin napaka-importante given the situation that they are in. Ahead in the count but with 3 runners on base.
Inside, and that is foul.
UST, they had a total of 3 hits, I believe, the first inning alone. But Adamson has been better against UST's defense.
As expected, well outside as the count is leveled.
2-2. 7th batter on deck.
Bases loaded.
Right. Yun ang reality for O'Hare. Bases are loaded. Only 1 out.
That's high. It's a fly deep left field, and that is foul.
Territory, right. It was a chase down by the left fielder.
Gabriel will stick around for at least one more bat.
Two and 3.
Full count, bases loaded, just the 1 out. O'Hare under the microscope here early on. Outside, and it's another walk. Cantor will score.
Another run given up by O'Hare, and this will be a 3-0 count. Coach Sandy Barredo and the rest of UST looking on.
And Barredo will have a word with his pitcher. Does have Irene Lumanas in his bullpen.
Right. Wearing jersey number 20.
And that is very stern look there from Sandy Barredo.
I believe the one warming up is Hannah Santiago. Together with, as you mentioned, Irene Lumanas. Only in the first inning, ang dami ng pitches thrown by O'Hare early on because yung batting order ng Adamson has rotated already. 7th hitter for them already. The bottom of the first.
Jesselyn Anides. Oh, sorry, check that.
Clarice Lozada.
Lozada.
Pang-8 na ito. I stand corrected. 8-hitter. The batting order for the Soaring Falcons. This is how well they have hit against O'Hare. The bottom of the first.
And still only the one out. If O'Hara cannot get a hold of her control here, this could go on for a while.
Another outside pitch. 2-1.
It's interesting that Gabriel and Herrero are looking to steal, pero saan sila mag-steal? Di naman gumagalaw si Padasas on third base.
Minsan, nilalagyan mo lang ng pressure yung pitcher para marattle. That is how aggressive Adamson is against UST's defense.
There's a line drive into center field. Padasa scores. Herrero's going to get there as well. And Gabriel tries to get the third. And did she get there on time? Yes, she did.
Well played by Gabriel, beating third base. And look at this nice run from third base to the home plate.
And Lozada's on second base, so it's a double.
Right. And Lozada will be able to score.
It's 5-0 now for Adamson. And there's the great run there.
This will be the 4th run batted in for the year. Beating Sales. Nasaktan si Sales dun, ha?
Gabriel coming in, cleats first and takes a bit of Sales there. Sales will be okay.
Straight to the thigh of Sales. But more than that, what hurts them more is the 5 runs scored by Adamson. Final batter in the hitting order will be Pichon.
Still the one out.
And Aliza Pichon coming up.
And that's it for O'Hare. Barredo has yanked O'Hare, and Hannah Irene Santiago will be finishing off this inning.
Only the 4th game so far for Santiago this season. O'Hare has played 7 matches heading to the finals, together with Irene Luminas.
You got a feel for her, Ronnie.
Oh, yes.
It's been a nightmare first inning.
That's a rude welcome for O'Hare, who played so well for UST.
And if O'Hare is going to make a difference in this game,
Pero
it's
kung
just going to be
babalikan
with the
natin,
bat.
Bob, yung first round meeting, Adamson had 14 hits against O'Hare. That 14-0 win in the first round. Abbreviated match as well. It lasted only 4 innings.
Medyo kontrapelo nila ang Adamson, and let's see
May ganun di ba? May ganun.
Let's see if Santiago can provide some needed defense here, as Eliza Pichon is next up to bat for the Lady Falcons. It's upstairs from Santiago. Deep left field. Is it fair? No, it's just foul. That was a matter of inches, Ronnie.
Right. Could have scored another 2 runners. Once again, first pitch, almost another double.
Oh.
Close call.
Just the wrong side of the chalk. 1-1 the count. That's a good fastball there from Santiago.
Remember that last year, UST had Ann Antolihao, who was the best pitcher. But Adamson beat them in the final match of season 80, 6-0, after being defeated by UST in the first game. Talo sila ron. Kala natin, malapit-lapit na. 9-2, or rather 4-3. Favor of UST, but Adamson will score 14 runs the next 2 matches to defeat Itong si Antolihao and the rest of UST and Coach Sandy Barredo sa pangatlong taon ng UST last year in the finals, who last won the softball crown in 2010. Adamson looking for their 9th straight championship and 15th overall.
That's inside.
I stand corrected. 17 championships na nga pala ito.
17 championships.
Last year, Adamson had the double, the third in school history. Third double championship for Adamson. First one in 1987, second one in 2008. Last year, I'm sure making Coach Boy Cadinera smile in the heavens above.
And Gabriel has tried to steal home.
No play there.
No play. It's a walk. And bases are loaded again. That one into the dirt past the pitcher, catcher rather.
And this is what Santiago is trying to arrest. And the headaches continues for Coach Sandy Barredo as Walistero once again is on deck to hit for the second time this inning.
Mikot na.
Mikot na, nag-rotate na.
That's never a good sign.
The leader in terms of RBIs or runs batted in, 5.56 hitting mark. Unbelievable for the one and done, the former Lady Bulldog, Marian Ballestero.
Outside, Ballestero, line drive, and Gabriel will score, and it's 6-0 as Lozada advances to third.
First run given up by Santiago Ballestero this season. Will be able to bring home another runner, 17th, 18th RBI already for the year for this tremendous one and done athlete.
Loop into the left field. It's going to be a base hit. Lozada will score.
That will be a triple.
As will Pichon.
2 runs
It
batted
is
in.
a triple
From
for
5,
Mary J. Maguan.
it was 5-0. Adamson tagged Celine O'Hare with consecutive hits, putting her in a difficult and precarious situation. And the relief pitcher has given up 3 runs already.
8-0 the score is. And the change in pitcher from UST seems to have made little difference here, Ronnie.
Right. Parang hindi naramdaman ng Adamson, who have really made it a point to have a one-track mind. Well, UST started it.
The only good news there is that UST do get one out. As that's deep between first and second. Maguan will trot home.
9-0 in the first inning in favor of Adamson.
Russia a double.
And this is an inning which has lasted nearly over an hour already. Coach Sandy Barredo once again is up from his seat.
And would you believe it, he's gonna make another change. Irene Lumanas is heading for the mound. And Santiago has lasted one out as well.
And Santiago has given up 4 runs. I believe 3 batters or 3 hitters, 4 runs given up by Santiago. And Irene Lumanas was played 7 games heading into today's Game 1 of the finals and has given up 1 run so far. Their ace pitcher already replaced, Celine O'Hare. Santiago has also been taken out as well. Third pitcher in the first inning for UST will try to get the third and final out against the Soaring Falcons.
Irene Lumanas from Davao City.
The benchmark for consistency and excellence. Imagine this, Coach Ana Santiago has also won 3 gold medals as the mentor for the Southeast Asian Games team of these athletes from Manila, 2007, 2011, and 2015.
She knows her softball, that's for sure.
And in 2019, Philippines will host the Southeast Asian Games come November, after the second week of December.
Some of these players you see there might be on that team, especially this one here, Krisha Cantor.
The Blue Girls.
And how about this? It's the third pitcher of the inning for UST, and she's facing Krisha Cantor, a 548 hitter.
Right.
That must be a nightmare start, the way to start a game for Irene Lumanas. See if the Dabawenga can respond.
And as we mentioned earlier, this batting order is already rotated. So this is the 12th hitter in the second rotation for Adamson. Cantor has been outstanding at bat. 11 RBIs. Dagdag mo pa yung kaninang mga pinasok niyang runners. 2 home runs so far this season.
Outside, and finally this marathon first inning will end as Lumanas gets the out, but the damage has been done here. Adamson leading 9-0 after the bottom of the first inning of Game 1 of UAAP Season 81 Women's Softball. We'll be right back after this. And those numbers, not pretty if you're a UST fan, but very impressive if you're supporting the Adamson Lady Falcons. 7 hits in that first inning para sa Adamson.
And this is just a reprise of what Adamson was able to do against UST in their first round meeting, wherein UST was defeated 14-0 by Coach Ana Santiago and the rest of the Soaring Falcons. 7 hits given up by O'Hare, Santiago. Lumanas was only able to get their final out after about an hour. That has transpired doon sa top and bottom of the first inning. O'Hare, what a nightmare for this talented pitcher. Adamson punished and pummeled the ace pitchers of UST in succession to hold a 9-0 lead as we head to the top of the second inning, with Adamson ahead 9-0 versus UST.
Jessel Tanya Belaño fly deep left field, and it's taken by Krisha Cantor, and there's no mercy here from Adamson. 1 pitch, 1 out. There's the catch from Cantor.
Irene Lumanas will also be the second batter for UST here at the top of the second inning. Kung ikaw ang pitcher ng Adamson, lalong lalakas ang loob mo eh.
Absolutely.
After, sigurado kinabahan si Masa doon sa first inning, pero nakita mo naman yung support ng depensa niya.
She knows that the bats are going to save her if ever her control isn't pinpoint.
And now the pitches are stronger for Basa. Kita mo eh, putting pressure on the hitter. Irene Lumanas, total of 1 hit so far this year. One run scored for Lumanas.
This will be foul. Will they catch it? It's just beyond. Lumanas stays on the home plate. All smiles in the Adamson outfield. If there is a 15-run difference after the third inning, the game is over. These are the mercy rule runs. In the fourth inning, if it's 10 runs, the game is called. In the fifth inning, If it's 7-run difference, and the game is ended, and it's a line drive. There's the throw, and
Safe.
she is safe. So it's a hit. Lumanas is safe.
It was a high ball given up by Basa. Well read by Lumanas. UST runner on base. Courtesy of Lumanas.
Throw out a shortstop, not quite on time. And up to base now is Bianca Hernandez for the Golden Tigresses.
2 RBIs for Bianca this year. 154 hitter for UST.
First goes foul.
Top of mind for UST is to get runners on base. They'll put those runners, base runners, in scoring position.
That is inside from Basa. Usap ko si Coach Sandy Barredo.
Yes.
A lot of Filipinos don't realize how good the Philippines is in softball, women's softball. They're top 3 in Asia. There's Coach Sandy.
Kaya nga merong pamosong Blue Girls, di ba?
The Blue Girls, yes, they have difficulty against China and Japan, but they can hang with Korea and Chinese Taipei. We all know how much they love their bat sports in Chinese Taipei and Korea. Just inside.
Talk about Coach Ana Santiago's outstanding career for Adamson, dating back to her playing years from 1995 to the year 2000. But I think what is truly distinct about Coach Ana is just mentored former players to be now UAAP coaches. Some are even part of her coaching staff for Adamson. That is the kind of mentor that Coach Ana has been to her players. She has never left Adamson since. She was lured back by Coach Boyko Diniera 2001. Tagal na nun, no?
If you're a coach, you're judged by your coaching tree. It's Hernandez foul tips on that last pitch, and the catcher had a word there with Basa. Again inside as Lumanas thought about stealing second. Ano kayang naging usapan ng catcher tsaka si Basa ngayon? Coach Ronnie, what can the catcher be telling her?
Well, normally catchers are able to read kung sino yung mga batters. Alam nila yung tendencies, alam nila kung saan ililalagay, at alam nila yung sitwasyon na pwedeng kunin ng UST ngayon given that they're down by 9 runs.
Catcher is Eliza Pichon. Count levels at 2. And
oh, nice.
And Lumanas is out. Is it a double play?
Ooh.
Safe. Hernandez is just safe. Just millimeters away from a double play as Lumanas is taken out at second base.
That was well defended. Look at this. Look at this throw from second to first. And once again, in the second inning, twice beaten by the base runner.
2 outs.
A runner on base for UST.
Lealyn Guevara. Check that. It's Hannah May De La Torre. Fouls on her first swing. Basa surely must be growing in confidence after that difficult first inning.
No doubt. A very important thing also yung championship experience, knowing what to do in this situation, knowing how to perform in the biggest stage, in the final dance. That's always important dahil hindi mo na ituturo yan eh.
Swing and a miss from Hannah May De La Torre.
0-2 count with 2 outs against UST. Paisa has performed better after struggling early on against UST's Rampage. Sa ganda man ng palo ng UST, hindi nakarating sa home plate. Way outside.
Sandy Barredo. Must be that familiar feeling for him. This is his 4th year in a row he'll be facing Adamson. All the previous 3 years, Adamson the better side.
2-2 count. Sandy Barredo, long-time mentor of UST. Naalala mo yung isang season na lamang na rin sila, tapos na knee injury, nasaktan sa isang knee injury yung kanilang major player na si Ann. Came back last year, player final year for UST. Once again in a losing cause.
Halo na rin malas ang
Oo,
UST.
kasi throughout the season, yan yung isang bagay na hindi mo kontrolado pero nangyayari.
Two count for De La Torre. Line drive caught by the shortstop. And a great catch in the end there from Mary Nicole Padasas. And that is it for UST in the top of the 2nd inning. 9-0 is our score. And Adamson with a chance now to put even more hurt.
That's once again excellent defense on the part of Adamson, making sure that Basa is protected. Konti lamang yung pitches that she will throw, and they will head into the bottom of the 2nd inning still with a 9-run advantage. 9-0 is the count after the top of the 1st.
There is the stats. 6 hits against just 2 for UST, and they picked up 3 walks if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Kaya sila nakascore ng 9 na runs. Interestingly, no errors yet. And Adamson has a chance to really bloat this lead. Lumanas, Irene Lumanas there. It's up to her really to stop the bleeding.
Wala na si O'Hare, wala na si Santiago. Lumanas will be the chief of staff at the mound. Coach Sandy Barredo in their bid to put to a halt the rampage thrown at them by Adamson. Scored 9 runs and had about 12 batters sa 1st inning alone.
And the young lady who made the catch from shortstop, Mary Nicole Padasas, is at bat.
Ang bigat ng offense ng Adamson.
Padasas is from Santa Maria, Bulacan.
Bulaqueña.
Good pitch there from Lumanas. That really shaved the strike zone there.
1-1 count.
That's at the 2nd base, and is the throw on time? Yes, it is. And it's a big out here for UST.
They needed that. Anytime doubt set in, napakahirap, lalong-lalo na they're down by 9 runs. Good pick up.
A super throw from Marnie de la Cruz.
Right.
To the first baseman, Leilin Guevara. Remily Herrero from Makati. At bat. Lumanas making a case that maybe she should have gotten the start today. Ahead of the two. And there's Ana Santiago.
Right.
Her Shih Tzu Slick.
Her lucky charm.
Her lucky charm, who's dressed in little Adamson Falcons. I don't know what you call it. Is it a shirt for dogs?
Parang. Oo.
Oh,
Maybe
there's an
shirt na lang.
error.
A bubble. It's a bubble that will lead to this single.
Marnie de la Cruz not able to get her handle on this ball. And we have
Runner on base.
a runner on base. There she is, Remily Herrero.
Gabriel back on deck for Adamson.
She showed bunt there. Gabriel, did she? Try and advance Herrera to second base.
Coach Ana Santiago giving out instructions to Gabriel.
When you bunt, you try and kill the ball in that area to allow the runner on first to trot over to second base.
Very consistent Lumana so far for UST. At the final out in the first inning, bottom of the first inning.
So we can assume medyo may kabilisan tumakbo to si Remily Herrero. They're trying to get her to steal second, get the second off the sack bunt. And this time it is, I believe that's foul.
Foul. All ball. Close call versus Gabriel. Adamson trying to increase this 9-run lead versus UST. UST heading into the final four, 7-5 against LaSalle's 8-4. Adamson 11-2, heading to that semis encounter versus NU, team that they beat 2-1 to get to their nth finals appearance.
Ninth.
Dami na.
Ninth, ano?
Alam ko pang
Ilang
labing isang sunod eh.
Yeah.
Naghahanap ng 9th straight championship.
Yes, correct.
Pero I believe pang labing isang sunod na finals appearance. Grabe, no?
Pero tinutulak na sila ng mga ibang
Dumidikit.
UP, NU, but neither UP or NU is in the finals.
Right.
DLSU had twice to beat and couldn't hold it against UST. It's a wild swing.
Remember before, 6 na teams lamang yung kasali rito. Ngayon, naging 7 na. Before, how dominant was Adamson? All of their games were won via the mercy rule. Sweeping the season unscathed. Establishing the benchmark in softball the last 2 decades.
And it's a strikeout for Lumanas.
Ohari also had 1 strikeout earlier. Lumanas restoring confidence to UST.
Maria Angelo Gabriel frozen at the plate.
Yung bottom of the first inning para sa Adamson took over 30 minutes. The first inning nearly lasted an hour. Adamson just punished UST. UST's defense in that 9-run carnage.
Clarice Lozada. Up to bat. Herrero on first, but 2 outs already.
Coach Ana egging on Losada.
There's the line drive into the gap.
Ooh,
And there's a
bad
errant
throw,
throw.
right.
Herrero is going to stay on third.
That's why Coach Ana was telling Losada to just swing. Just swing. Hindi ka tatama kung hindi ka papalo. She tags Lumanas. And she advances first base runner to the third. Scoring position once again for Adamson with 2 outs. Lumanas looking to strand 2 runners.
Remily Herrero is happy with second base and even more delighted with third. Line drive into center field. Herrero scores. Gabriel is on second. And Pichon
Sinahod,
is
no?
on first.
Kung titignan mo yung huling palo ng Adamson, tignan mo kung paano sinahod. And this is the advantage of being in this hitting position sa batting order. Nakikita mo na yung binibigay na pitches ng pitcher, and it was well read. First run scored here in the bottom of the second inning.
The catcher, Eliza Pichon, with the RBI.
Right.
Single.
For Adamson, Pichon.
Here's Ariane Ballestero, her third at bat already today, if I'm not mistaken. And we're just in the bottom of the second. 10-0 is the score now. Ballestero, and that's in the gap as well. Gabriel is gonna score, and it's a double.
I was about
for
to say,
Ballestero.
bago pumalo si Ballestero, 2 outs nga. Merong runner in scoring position, and the lady that you will face is Ballestero, who is deadly. Ballestero will once again bring home another teammate of first. I believe that will be nearly 20 RBIs this year for the one and done Ariane Ballestero.
And Magua, the lefty, is there.
And just when you think that Lumanas has already contained Adamson's offense. Maguad, 8 RBIs, batting at a very good hitting rate as well.
11-0. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Runners in scoring position.
Right.
And suddenly the mercy rule is in sight here for Adamson. They need to finish the third inning up by 15 for the game to be halted. And right now they've got an 11-run lead. Maguad line drive, and that'll be it for this second inning as UST and Irene Lumanas are rocked anew as Adamson lead 11-0. We will take a break. Bottom of the second coming up, bottom of the third coming up after this. Welcome back. It is the top of the third inning for UST, and these are the highlights of the second inning where Adamson continued to pour on the pressure on UST.
It's not just pressure, but Adamson has thrown everything at UST's defense. 3 pitchers already after only 2 innings for UST. And yung batting order ng Adamson has almost rotated 3 times already. And they have been in command the moment they set foot dun sa bottom of the first, as UST continues to be punished by Adamson's offense. But you also have to highlight the fact that Adamson's defense has been excellent playing behind like a Baisa and making sure that they protect their ace pitcher.
And Riflaika Basa, also from Hinabaan, must be feeling very confident right now that she can give up 11 hits and her team will still be in the lead at the bottom of the third inning. As Pichon and Basa continue to confer.
And throughout the season, there were some struggles, according to Coach Ana Santiago, sa kanilang hitting prowess compared to last year, of course. But eventually, they were able to get what they needed, and they have imposed their offense, especially in the last few matches.
Line drive into center field.
It's a single.
It's a single from Marnie De La Cruz. And UST just need to chip away at this
Total
with
of 8
offense
hits
like this.
for Marnie De La Cruz heading to game 1 of the finals. 36 times at bat. Second most behind the 41 of Sales so far this year for UST.
Palma.
Eleven hits into the finals, heading to the finals. 29 times at bat, heading to this title series. 379 batter for Coach Sandy Barredo. One home run so far this year for Palma. One of only 3 players led by the 3 home runs of Sales na mayroong home runs para sa UST. The other is the player Celestina Palma.
Another line drive into center field as De La Cruz makes it the second, and the UST bats have come alive.
UST is looking to swing and swing hard.
And Palma eats that one.
Alam mo Bob, go for broke na itong UST eh. Wala namang mawawala eh. Behind ka ng 11, you cannot play conservative anymore. You have to be aggressive. You cannot choose the pitches itong si Basa. Sales will be on deck. One of the leading hitters so far this year for UST. And tied with the most home runs this season with a total of 3. Sales plays third base for UST against Basa.
Another Makati girl. That ball is foul.
He's an 80 finals co-MVP. Only gave up 1 hit in 3 innings versus UST. Had 5 strikeouts.
Again, fouled.
0-2. Basa ahead.
Very much ahead on the count. Now,
Sales.
still no outs here for Adamson.
Runner in scoring position for UST.
That is downstairs.
1-2.
Wow. Swing and a miss. as Sales is retired. The first out on top of the third here for Adamson.
Look at the frustration of Sales. She walks away.
That ball seemed to dip a bit, and Basa.
Nakakapangina yan, yung ganyang sitwasyon dahil you have two runners on base, one runner in scoring position. With only one out.
Ailin Guevara.
I'm sure that Basa has realized that UST is coming out to swing every time. She got tagged with 2 hits at the top of the third.
Way outside from Basa.
It's a good catch coming from Adamson's catcher. Would have been a base steal.
Yeah. Stuff is getting a bit out of control. Pichon having a word with her. Adamson, I mean, their motivation right now is to make sure UST doesn't score any runs. If they can get 4, there could be no double play there, but it's a base hit.
Another base hit for UST.
But an out as well, as De La Cruz is out on third.
And this is well played by Sales. This is a good infield defense for Adamson once again. Why take the risk? They're already 2 outs.
Pinch runner here coming in for UST as De La Cruz goes to second base.
Trisha May Tiozon for UST on deck. 2 outs, down 11 runs, top of the third. 11 hits heading to the finals for TMT or Trisha May Tiozon.
Swing and a miss. Check swing really more than anything else.
Look at how fast that ball was from Basa.
She's got some heat, doesn't she?
Saka ang bilis bumaba ng bola. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Even count.
There are the UST runners. De La Cruz on second and Guevara on first. Another strike there on Trisha May Tiozon.
So far, Basa with 2 strikeouts. This was not the same situation that Basa looked at in the first inning. UST kept tagging her with consecutive hits. Eventually, the bases were loaded, but she was able to extricate herself from a difficult situation. Kept UST scoreless at the top of the first and at the top of the second.
One out away is Adamson, forcing those 2 base runners off the diamond. Ana Santiago, her target now is to retire this batter and then 4 more runs in the bottom of the third, and it's game over.
Well, for UST, it's to cut into this 11-run lead and to disallow that possible opportunity against them.
Line drive, deep center field. De La Cruz will score. Guevara trots over, will score as well. UST is saying, sandali lang, hindi ito matatapos ng maaga. They are on the board.
That was well placed. And that was not defended well by Adamson. Look at this last pitch coming from Basa. all the way to the center field.
Just beyond Maria Angelou Gabriel's reach.
Yun ang mabigat eh, bumanda dun sa fence. At nung nag-ricochet yung bola, that enabled the second runner on base to also escape and get to the home plate safely.
Looks like, is there another pinch runner here?
Someone is limping. Tangan ni Coach Sandy Barredo, I believe that's Chozon.
Trisha May Chozon,
Oo.
who drove in those 2 RBIs, is
That will
hobbling
be
off the park.
A total of plus 2 RBIs coming from Chozon. Heading into this match, 5 RBIs for Chozon. And this keeps UST alive in this match.
Line drive, and that should be it. She
Wow.
is out.
What a throw.
A great throw from the third baseman.
Right, could have been worse for Basa, and she will give up 2 runs here at the top of the third. UST will score, but will still be down 11-2 as we head to the bottom of the third inning with an 11-2 count in favor of Adamson.
It's Padasas again with the toss all the way to first base.
That's a strong arm working well for you.
11-2 na ang talaan. So the lead is now 9. So Adamson need 6 runs in this third inning to end the game on the mercy rule. But UST, look at the hit numbers. Hindi naman nagkakalayo ang UST and Adamson.
Hindi nagkakalayo, pero sabi mo nga, yung mga na-walk kanina, ila Ohare, ila Santiago, how UST needs to come from behind and reprise what they were able to do against LaSalle in the final match of the semis encounter with the Lady Archers.
UST showing some real character in this inning. You gotta say, Ronnie, some real pride. There is the Ateneo men's baseball team who will be contesting final. John Memorial Baseball Stadium, Bob Guerrero on the call with Ronnie Sano. Irene Manlunas already the third pitcher for UST. If you just joined us, UST rocked by 9 hits in a nightmarish first inning where they needed to use 3 pitchers. As Russia is up to bat.
Janet Rusha has been potent for Adamson in the last 2 years. 12 hits heading to this series, 7 runs batted in, 364 hitter.
Sandy Barredo having a word there with Johnson.
Last year's MVP, most RBIs, most home runs scored. One of only 4 players in the core unit. Coach Ana Santiago left after season 80. For their 9th championship.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, papalit ng player, Adamson, pero patuloy pa rin ang level of play nila.
Na mahirap gawin.
And you know, there's activity in the bullpen as well for
Right.
UST.
Tama ka.
Just in case Andunas struggles. Rather Lumanas. Like that. Apologies.
Manas ahead of her opponent right now is Rusha.
Net Russia. Foul there from Janet Russia from Hinobaan as well.
Still a 1 and 2 count.
Out of Domingo Lacson National High School, Bacolod.
Ilongga.
Negrense also. Or Negrense, yes.
Bacolod nun. Malumanay magsalita yan, pa.
Of course.
Two. Di lang malumanay si Russia, pumalo.
Oh. And that is all that. I think that's a ball. No, that's it. That will go down as a strike.
First out.
It's a first out, and Cantor is on base. For UST, very important out there.
Especially against a very good hitter. Very lethal yan. Lethal itong pumalo, si Russia. Then Cantor comes in as the next batter on deck. Doesn't get any easier for Lumanas. Was trying to hold her ground against Adamson's offense. Cantor with 23 hits heading to this match. 11 RBIs, 2 home runs.
Will go to third base, and the throw is a good one.
And Lumanas has only allowed 2 grounders to 2 very good hitters. Earlier it was Russia, now it's Cantor. 2 outs. The innings are becoming shorter right now after almost an hour of an inning. This first inning that we saw.
Badasas has had a great game. There's another grounder.
Again.
This should be an easy throw for Palma. And UST retires all 3 batters here. The bottom of the 3rd inning. We will have a 4th inning. That's the big news. But Adamson very much in command. 11 runs to 2 against UST. We'll be back for the top of the 4th after this break. Welcome back to ABS-CBN sports coverage of UAP Season 81 Women's Softball. And a solid 3rd inning from UST. We thought the mercy run rule was going to be in effect, pero
that is the best inning so far for UST, offensively and defensively. Lumanas has been solid the moment she was sent in to replace itong si Santiago. And she has been the best defense for UST against Adamson's onslaught. But more importantly, they will score 2 runs at the top of the 1st, courtesy of Trisha May Tiozon, who brought home 2 runners safely.
So 11-2 is the score, and tandaan natin, pakonti ng pakonti ang limit ng mercy run rule habang patagal na patagal ang softball game. So in the 4th inning, Adamson just needs to be up by 10 runs and they will win the game at the end of the 4th. So all Adamson has to do, well, oh, there's an error in the infield as Basa in 2 minds there. Couldn't sort it out between her and Ariane Ballestero, and UST have a man on base. Numanas.
Miscommunication. That ball had a bad bounce, so to speak. There's a runner on base, courtesy of the pitcher, Numanas for UST.
So ito ang kalagayan natin ngayon. Adamson, if they are able to prevent UST from scoring in this top of the 4th inning, they would need only one run on the bottom of the 4th to finish the game.
That's a big if.
Yeah, because it's 10 runs after 4 innings. Then at the 5th innings, it just becomes 7 runs. So we have no runs till the end of the 5th inning, the game is over.
Bianca Hernandez, 2 hits heading to the finals, 2 runs batted in.
And
Double play.
double play from Adamson.
Basa redeeming herself after an error earlier. Forcing a grounder that does not hop and go straight to the third baseman. Double play, first one today for Adamson.
Great throwing there from the third baseman and the second baseman. And a decent catch as well from Remily Herrero. Needed a stretch for that.
Oh yes, she's been beaten at least twice. That foot race coming from UST.
And De La Torre up next.
Basa's showing another increase in confidence.
She goes upstairs.
Right, 0-2 count with 2 outs. He's still trying to stay alive. 7-5 heading into the semis, winning 2 in a row, facing a twice to beat disadvantage versus De La Salle. They know what it takes to win come from behind. They also had to win the final match to get to a playoff, be able to play itong team ng La Salle.
Really says a lot, but you can beat a twice to beat advantage, doesn't it?
Hirap yun.
Kahit sa kahit na anong sport, ang hirap gawin yun.
Winning in the first match 13-6 and in the final game 9-2 after being down 0-2 the bottom of the 2nd inning.
So there are hits here in this UST batting order.
Right.
But they need to stand up and be counted right now. Inside from Basa.
Full count. Outs.
Kailangan talaga magandang partnership between catcher and
Oo
pitcher.
naman.
And the umpire has a think about that one and calls it a strike.
Look at the smile on the face of Basa.
And we are now heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. And look at the heat on that one. That is just inside the strike zone. The biggest smile of the day from Reflaika Basa. And Adamson are 1 hit away, 1 run away from taking game 1 of this best of 3 championship series.
Adamson was able to force UST to a 14-0 loss and won via the mercy rule in their first round encounter. Adamson was also able to beat UST in their second round face-off. Adamson has only been beaten once so far this year, and that loss came at the hands of the UP Fighting Maroons to deny them a sweep of a season.
Basta there. You saw there that infield is not
Antibay
not the smoothest thing, so medyo naloko si Basa nun. And here's the double play. This is just great
That's just
baseball,
great defense.
great
right?
softball.
And that's cohesion working for Adamson and showing us why they have been the top team in the UAAP softball world in the last 8 years, looking for an unprecedented 9th straight championship under coach Ana Santiago. That's a part of the Hall of Fame for Adamson and ng UAAP.
That'll be right up there with the 9-peat in juniors football that was accomplished by FEU this season.
Right.
And this is the winning run. Actually, Arian Ballester, Remely Herrero rather. A home run here ends the game. That is a wild pitch there from Lumanas.
Lumanas has been the steadiest of the 3 pitchers today for Coach Sandy Barredo.
I guess if her arm can take it, she surely is the favorite to start on Tuesday's game too.
If her arm can take it. That is also top of mind for Adamson. Pahabain, patagalin. Itong si Lumanas at the mound. 2 balls, no strike. Strikes rather for Lumanas.
Lumanas finds the target there. So if our understanding of the mercy rule is correct, this is the winning run here by Herrero. Anybody on bat is the winning run for Adamson right now. Inside on Herrero. Count levels at 2. The count goes full. Still no home runs yet in this game. Perhaps would be amazing if the game could end in one. Goes foul. And that's a weak ball to third base, and it'll be an easy out for UST.
And another solid stand coming from Lumanas.
Fine throw from Charlotte Sales.
Good start here at the bottom of the 4th for Lumanas. 1 out against Adamson. Still ahead by 9 runs, looking for the 12th run in this match. Put a stop to this match via the mercy rule.
Maria Angelou Gabriel on up now the bat, and that is chopped foul.
Ana Santiago giving some reminders to Gabriel. Maria Angelou Gabriel. 11 runs scored, 11 hits, 2 runs batted in. 398 hitter for the Falcons.
And there's a drive that's easily picked up.
Lumanas has forced the hitters of Adamson, the batters of Adamson, to ground them. to grounders or to ground out time and again. Easy play to make for UST. Solid pitching still for Lumanas. Has seemed to be the antidote to Coach Sandy Barredo against the onslaught thrown at them by Adamson in the first inning, wherein they scored 9 runs alone. Lozada is back. 294 hitter. That is Lozada.
Two outs. UST can breathe a little easier.
A runner on base as well.
That'll go to second base. It's bobbled, but the throw is on point, and UST retires all 3 batters in the bottom of the 4th.
So far, so good for UST in their intent to survive and live to play another inning against Adamson, who was held scoreless for the first time in this match in an inning after accounting for, rather, 2 straight scoreless innings for Adamson after accounting for 11 runs in the first 2.
This is a big defensive performance here by Santo Tomas in the bottom of the 4th. This is what they needed in the first 2 innings.
And Lumanas at the forefront of this defensive stand by UST, and they've used Lumanas to be able to contain Adamson's hitters and protect themselves from being beaten at the bottom of the 4th.
Ngayon, kung tama ang pagkakaintindi natin, sa 5th inning, 7 runs ang limit ang ng mercy rule, and Adamson lead 11-2 by 9 runs.
Right, so UST needs to score.
UST needs to score at least 3 runs in this top of the 5th to keep this game going. If our understanding is correct, and we'll know after that out, the Marnie De La Cruz up to bat.
Basa's given up 2 runs. UST so far. If that is the sign of things to come for Basa and the Falcons, then UST is in big trouble. Still looking to put runners on base, the advanced runners in scoring position to give themselves a chance of scoring 3 runs.
We've been told that is correct. So UST really needs the bats to fly now. But Adamson are 3 outs away from taking game 1.
One and one.
Great pitch there from Flyka Basa.
1 and 2.
Such is the confidence of
Solid no? Saka on point,
Yeah.
pinpoint.
Such is the confidence of Adamson on Flyka Basa. Is that, you know, we've seen a lot of activity on the bullpen of UST. I don't think I've seen anything
Not once.
sa panig ng
Not
Adamson.
once.
They're gonna walk her. They're gonna walk her. Oh, she swung. Catcher was well outside.
First out by Basa here at the top of the 5th rather. In a match which has already run for nearly 2 hours.
Tignan mo kung yung pwesto ng catcher dyan.
1 and 2 count. Pinakagat na lang nila dahil alam nila swing talaga eh.
De La Cruz swinging wildly. Very high delivery there from Basa.
Against Palma. Palma for UST. scored total of 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 11 hits heading to the finals, 379 batter.
Here's a line drive in the shortstop and another out. And it looks bleak for UST now. They need 3 runs to keep this going, and they only have 1 out to do it.
Sales will be tasked to keep them alive. Yeah,
Alma is retired.
Charlotte Sales, who has registered the most number of hits so far this year for UST with a total of 15. Likewise with the most number of home runs with a total of 3 for Coach Sandy Barredo.
Swing, and is it going to be over as early as now? It's a subdued celebration from Adamson as they will win after just 4.5 innings, really. Adamson win 11-2 via mercy run rule as they take game 1 against UST. A fine performance, and it all really happened, Coach Ronnie, in that very eventful first inning.
Well, kung titignan natin yung first inning, akala mo UST na yung lalamang nung malaki. They had runners on base, they had multiple hits, consecutive hits, but they just could not get someone to the home plate. And it took Laika Baisa and Adamson's defense to strand at least 3 runners doon sa bases loaded situation. And then the offense of Adamson came into play, scoring 9 runs, overpowering UST's defense, and that set the tone for this Game 1 win for the Soaring Falcons.
Adamson just 1 win away from the 9th beat para sa UST
and this
naman.
Is a totally different scenario from last year, wherein UST was able to defeat Adamson 4-3 in their first meeting in Game 1 of the finals in Season 80. But this year, Adamson has put themselves in a very good position to win their 9th crown and have moved themselves 1 win away from UST, who are in their 4th straight finals appearance, but were overmatched and have been beaten 3 times so far this year by Adamson. 14-0 in their first meeting, losing in the second round as well, and bowing here in the first game of the finals, 11-2, to go down 0-1 here in this best-of-3 series.
Laika Basa with the stuff today, and she gets our nod as the best player of the game. 5 solid innings of work for her.
Last year's finals MVP, reprising what she is so good at, and that is to be the ultimate weapon on defense for Coach Ana Santiago and the rest of the Soaring Falcons.
So Adamson in pole position. This is a best-of-3 series.
Right, and the second game of this series will be on Tuesday, April 2.
There is the schedule. It's going to happen at 8:30 in the morning, Rizal Memorial Baseball Stadium. Please come over to watch if you can. If not, it'll be on Liga and our live stream. That's sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/UAAP. So that's game 2, and then if needed, the game 3 will be on Friday.
Right, April 5.
April 5. So UST has a lot to think about between now and then. Coming up next for viewers on Liga and our live stream, it's men's baseball finals game 1, and it's a good one. DLSU Green Archers against Ateneo Blue Eagles.
The arch rivals. Adamson will be dethroned sa ating baseball competition. Ateneo back in the finals, and De La Salle once again will be meeting their nemesis, Blue Eagles, for the baseball championship of this year.
On behalf of Direk Abet and Direk Ada and my partner Ronnie Magsano, this is Bob Guerrero saying thank you for supporting UAAP Season 81 Women's Softball. Hope you can catch us on Tuesday. Bye for now.